great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Good morning. Well, I guess you can't say good morning. It's afternoon, and we are here, the W Show, 100.1 FM. We're live here from Rally House in Lawrence, Kansas, is where we are. National Championship Parade Day. Jazz, I know you're excited.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to be out here. This is my first one. I didn't get to make it to the last one, so.
2008.
Right. I was a youngin'. I was young. I'm still definitely alive. Don't do me. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's a fun atmosphere.
It is a fun atmosphere, and we're joined by a couple of folks from Rally House. So we have Liz and Makai. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
Yeah, we're having a good time today. Lots of people, so it's great.
And lots of people, as a matter of fact, there is a lot of people that have been coming through the door since we've been here at about 10 o'clock. Talk about just how many people you guys have seen over the course of probably just today.
Oh, man, I couldn't even tell you. Like, it's just been a crazy week all week, just seeing people from all over just Kansas and all over the country and even the world, too, just seeing all the people. It's been awesome.
Now, Makai, before the show started, you said that you just moved here from Lansing, which isn't far down the road.
Yeah. No.
Is this your first national championship parade? I know Jazz talked about the one in 2008, but did you go to that one, or is this your first one?
This one's my first one.
Okay.
I was about 6 years old when we won in 2008, so I didn't really have too much of a knowledge of what was going on, but I knew that it was something to be excited for sure.
Man, the night that they won. Last Monday.
Yes.
Were you here?
Yes.
Did you guys see how crazy Mass Street was?
Yes. So I actually closed the store that night.
Really?
And so we kept the door open, and you could just see like all the crowds of people on the street. You could hear like every basket that was made because everybody was going crazy.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. It was so cool. And then when everybody kind of got quiet, you got a little nervous. You're like, oh no, what's going on? Like, should we be scared? But yeah, it was cool.
And talk about the traffic this week and the energy and like the nightlife being out here in Lawrence, even after they won. Like all this week, has it been lit every single night? What's it been like out here?
Oh yeah, it's definitely been crazy every single night. On Monday, I know it was wild. I was in the midst of it all. So yeah, it's always going to be a party out here.
Now, wait a minute. You said you noticed how you said I was in the midst of it all. That means you were out there.
Oh yeah. I was active. I was getting rowdy with everybody out here on Mass Street. So it's always a good time too.
Were you a KU fan before you moved here?
Oh yeah, I've always been a
Okay.
KU fan. I was born into a KU family, so
I like that. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Sounds familiar.
Oh,
we
yeah.
we butt
Oh, yeah.
heads because my family is diehard KU fans. That's why he said I know you're having a good time out here. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel you for sure.
Oh yeah.
Now you guys were looking at sales. How good are you guys doing? You don't have to give us a number, but like compared to a normal year.
Yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. I've been with the company for about 3.5 years,
Okay.
and I've never seen numbers like this before. I didn't live here. I'm originally from Michigan.
Okay.
So I moved here for graduate studies at KU, and got this job when I first moved here. But like I don't know what numbers looked like back then, but this year it's something that I've never ever seen before. So
Now talk about the apparel. We have a couple of shirts that are here on the table here. We have this what is it? The hard work hardware.
yeah.
Is this like the number one selling shirt, or what's like the number one selling shirt that you guys have?
I mean, people really love the merchandise that the players wear on the court. So
Really?
that Adidas one is always a big hit. Whatever they wear on the court, a lot of people are looking for. But one thing that was really unique this year is being able to really promote our rally brand.
Really?
So that really took off this year. And we were the first team to do it, with the NIL stuff this year. We were the first ones to ever print NIL like championship stuff.
Really?
So with the team, we give a big thanks to Bill Self and the team for letting us do that and run with it. But yeah, the Rally brand has always been a big hit.
And talk a little bit about the jersey situation. I know that you had mentioned that before they could only do prior players and their numbers on their names and numbers on the jerseys, but going forward with the NIL, they'll be able to have current players. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know too much about it. It's definitely not my area of expertise. But from what I understand is they'll eventually be able to get current players to sell jerseys in the stores. But other than that, I'm really not too familiar. But we're hoping to see more current players. A lot of people asking all the time for them. So
for sure.
This is an all hands on deck type of day.
Yeah,
right. Like,
literally.
You guys seem like you have everyone here that you possibly can working. How many people did you expect to come through your doors today?
Oh, I mean, I know Mass Street in 2008 had Mackay over 70,000.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
So I can only imagine somewhere close to that. Like, I feel like there's going to be so many people coming in and out all day. So.
Now, Mackay, who's your favorite player?
My favorite player, Wayne Simeon.
Wayne Simeon.
Yep, Leavenworth native. So,
wow.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Lansing is right there.
Oh yeah.
Liz, how about you?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot here. You're going to put me on the spot.
Just say Ochai.
Yeah, that's obviously the first thing that comes
Yeah.
to mind is
Yeah.
Ochai for sure. But like I said, I'm not originally from here, so KU basketball is not my area of expertise also. But watching the team in Ochai is just awesome.
Now, Ochai, I saw, has a couple of shirts.
Yeah,
How are those doing?
good. They're
Really?
always a big hit. Oh, yeah, people coming in looking for it all the time.
Yeah, Jazz, I know we were at the Rally House down in Power Light District yesterday, and everyone was just coming in, grabbing the Ochai shirts off the table. And it's cool to see because just a year ago, players weren't able to have, name, image, likeness on any kind of apparel and to be sold. That was like really against the law, like in NCAA terms. When you saw that, like, what was your thoughts on, seeing guys that are able to have their shirts and stuff like that now?
First, I think I had a different appreciation for it being from Kansas City and him being from the KC area. Like, it was kind of like a whoa moment of like seeing somebody that you grew up with, someone from your hometown like that on a t-shirt. So that was pretty cool in itself. And then just to think, I feel like for so long, these schools and these programs around here, all these stores around here have made so much money off these names and players and what they do. So it's nice to see them finally getting their face put on it and getting that appreciation actually shown for what they do.
Now, Makai, what's your favorite shirt or hat or anything that you've seen that's been released so far?
It was a Final Four shirt that we had, and it had all 4 teams on it, and it was already faded type of look. It was pretty cool. I wish we had more in here, but those went off the shelves like crazy.
Really? Liz, how about you?
So we haven't gotten it yet, but if you check us out on rallyhouse.com, it's listed on there. But it's a Rally brand tee. It says the Comeback Kids, and it has the starting lineup on it and the score, and it says 2022 National Championships on it. So we haven't gotten it in stores yet, but we're super excited for when it does come in.
Save me one.
That's a slight flex too. It's like the Comeback Kids with the score on it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Biggest comeback. I love it.
Yeah. So Liz and Makai, we definitely appreciate you both. We're going to take a quick break. We're live broadcasting right here from Mass Street, Rally House in Lawrence, Kansas. We'll be right back.
Now, here are you're tuned in to the W with Walls and the crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC WeSpin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC WeSpin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC WeSpin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC WeSpin 360 can be found online at kcwespin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City!
Don't be depressed. Frustrated or stressed because of the loss of a loved one? Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services is here to assist you with a smooth, stress-free transition. It doesn't matter how your loved one transitioned, we will offer you a memorable celebration to your liking. We are a family-friendly, full-service funeral home right here in the heart of the city, offering affordable cremations and package pricing and quality service. Call us when you need us. 816-231-GATE. That's 816-231-4283. There's only one Golden Gate, located at 2800 East 18th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
The views and opinions. You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Back in on the W Show, we are live from Rally House in Lawrence, Kansas, on Mass Street for the championship parade.
You're
Steven, how
excited.
are
You
feeling?
don't have to act modest. Like, I know that you are really excited right now, and as our resident KU fan.
Oh yeah, I'm eating this up. I don't know about you, but we like to win, so
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But you can tell just the energy around here. Everybody's really excited. Everybody's eating it up, getting their gear here at Rally House. I love to see it, definitely.
And the streets are filling up. We got here, it was like maybe a few hundred people. Now it's thousands.
Definitely. People are lined up along the glass now.
Yeah.
It's starting to be hard to see, at least for short people like me out here. we'll see how it goes. But
If you guys are just tuning in, we're broadcasting right here inside of Rally House on Mass Street in Lawrence, Kansas for the National Championship Parade. Of course, KU beats North Carolina on Monday night for the NCAA Men's National Championship. And like, I thought that the parade, Jazz, was going to be probably on last Saturday, this past Saturday. And they said, no, we're going to move it on to Sunday.
yeah, I was really surprised. I know we talked about it coming up here that it wasn't sooner, because now we're about a week out. It seems far, but the buzz is still in the air. People are still excited. So I think it is kind of cool, though, on a Sunday. You know, maybe people have off work. A lot of people are working Saturday nights, especially around here. I'm sure the nightlife and stuff is more popping on Saturday. So maybe they could get more people out here on Sunday.
And if you guys are just tuning in as well, you still have about an hour and a half to make it for the parade kickoff. It starts at 2:00. It's going to head down, I believe it's south on Mass, and then head over to the Allen Fieldhouse, where they're going to raise the banner, which I think would be pretty cool.
Definitely. Allen Fieldhouse is unmatched. So
Really?
to see that, I think will be really, really cool. The excitement's now, but I think that'll be my highlight moment.
And honestly, I've only been to, I can count on one hand how many KU games I've been to.
No.
Like, yeah, I went to the last KU game I went to, I think was in 2018 or 2017 when they played Kentucky for, I think they were like number 1, number 2 that year. But yeah, that was the last year. It was the college game day experience, and it was pretty cool.
Good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. Jonathan, I see you asked the question, how much are the shirts? The shirt that the young lady Liz was talking about that's online on rallyhouse.com, I believe she said that's going for $39.99. And then these two shirts right here, $25 for this one. $25 for this Adidas Hard Work.
And they wore that
hardware.
one on the court, she said. So
Yeah.
that one's been pretty popular.
And then this one is $27.99. So, you guys can come out and hang out with us. We'll be here pretty much most of the day right here inside of Rally House. We're going to go out and check out the parade here in a little bit. But there's been some news happening that we didn't get to talk about during our show yesterday.
Definitely. I know the passing of Dwayne Haskins yesterday was a big one.
Yeah.
So love and prayers out to his family and people that are close to him. I know that's hard, and we'll still be getting information. I know it's still kind of early, but
It is. Now the reports that are kind of swirling right now is that he was struck by a vehicle walking on a rural road. And so I know that normally when you start getting reports that start going each and every way, you really don't know which way to think as far as what really happened. And so I'm wanting to get the full information of what exactly happened to him, because something like that is terrifying, not only for his family, but also for his teammates, the guys that he was working out with down in Florida.
Definitely. And in that kind of situation, I guess you can say maybe a freak situation, getting hit by a car. What are the odds type of thing? So I know that that's really hard. And especially for teammates who had seen him the day prior or working out, that has to hit home and be really scary for sure.
It really does. Just seeing some of the messages and notes from a lot of the players that are in that NFL fraternity. A lot of prayers to his family, a lot of tweets and things like that. So we're all praying for his family, and hopefully they're able to get over this.
For sure.
You had some other news that you want to talk about this morning. Look, here's the thing. The next one we're going to talk about is one that I'm really excited about, and that is driving up, seeing all the traffic coming up to Lawrence, Kansas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect. I don't know who wasn't able to be here today, but Noah said that he wasn't able to see. He hasn't ever seen a national championship parade or a Super Bowl parade or a World Series parade. I was like, no. Are you sure? You've never seen. It's like, even being from Dallas, I didn't get to see the NBA championship parade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
It's crazy. And to be a part of it is really nuts. I guess right now you could really say that Kansas City is booming for sports. I mean, my parents have laughed at my brother and I now. They're like, man, you got to see everything. You got to see the Royals. You got to see the Chiefs. You got to see KU. So it's really a hot spot. And we're thankful to be kind of central to it all. We weren't far from Lawrence.
Right.
And then, of course, heart of Kansas City for the Royals and the Chiefs parades, too. So it's been an exciting couple of years. I know I got to experience the Royals when school shut down, which that was crazy in itself.
Yeah.
That was my first championship parade altogether. And so that was cool. I remember we had basketball practices getting canceled. Yeah. Everything's getting canceled for us to make it. And then, of course, Chiefs, that was like a midweek one. I think we talked about it being like on a Wednesday.
It was on a Wednesday.
And it was going up on a Wednesday.
But it was a difference, though, because just looking back on the Royals parade, I walked and with friend of the show, Darren Smith, we walked the whole route. We got interviews from fans, interviews from Salvador Perez as he was getting ready to go onto the stage. That was like a surreal thing because no one knew what to expect.
Right.
Like, I mean, you had people that I was just a youngin' when the Royals won back in '84 or '85, sorry, when they won then, and I didn't remember exactly what the parade was, but you had a lot of people that were like, oh, well, I remember how it was. There was so much confetti. There was this and that. And we really didn't know what to expect because they changed the route and it was gridlocked. Like, so many people came to view the parade that people left their cars on the highway.
Blocks away.
Yes. And so I think looking at, kind of transitioning to today, it wasn't that. People knew it started at 2. They were able to plan for it, but 70,000 people is still a lot of people. That's like emptying out Arrowhead.
Definitely.
Putting it right here on Mass Street.
Definitely. And even rolling up, we saw it. We got here around 11-ish, 11:30, and people were already had their chairs lined up waiting. So it's been definitely a lot of planning ahead of time and people camping out. And I'm sure they're used to it. The whole thing camping out at Allen Fieldhouse. So they're just moving their chairs at this point.
Have you ever camped out for tickets at Allen?
I haven't.
Really?
Actually, I haven't. I know, talk about diehard fans. So for my Sweet 16, my present for my parents was ticket to Allen Fieldhouse, and we went to the showdown. So it's KU versus K-State. So if that doesn't tell you about diehard fans, if that's what I wanted for my 16th birthday, I don't know what does. But I've never camped out, but I got to experience a couple games at Allen Fieldhouse.
And we're going to talk to some fans here in just a little bit. I'm curious to see how fans are feeling. Liz talked about and Makai talked about just watching the game, being here in Lawrence. And Makai was like, "Hey, I was out in the thick of it." Right? Imagine that. Like, I haven't experienced, as far as I'm a Mizzou fan. I'm just gonna put it out there, but I haven't been able to experience a national championship, whether it be Mizzou, whether it be I didn't come down in 2008 when KU won. So it's going to be a great experience just to see what the parade is going to be about today.
Definitely. And I can only imagine for the students around here, living in these houses and the frats and the apartments and everything that are just going crazy all week long. And you're right in the mix of it. This is your school. Talk about some school pride. The Jayhawks definitely have some. So
because you get a lot of, like you said, your parents, Jayhawk through and through, right? And imagine just having that lineage of my parents went here, graduated from here. My grandparents went here, graduated from here. Now I'm here. My kids went here. So just think about having a whole family that's just, Kansas Jayhawk alums.
Through and through.
Yeah. Hopefully we are able to get some fans on that are actually Kansas alums.
Definitely.
Now, earlier this week, we were at the Royals home opener. It being out there at the K, I hadn't been there since 2018, and it was a sight to see, even though it was 30 degrees and windy.
Yeah, that one was brutal, especially for a home opener. We saw a little bit of flurries in the beginning. So we had rain, we had snow, we had all of it. So that was different for a home opener baseball game, but it was definitely cool. And of course, the Royals got the dub, so can't complain.
And I believe the Royals won yesterday as well. So, look, I've said it yesterday on the show, and I'll say it again today. I think this is the year. This is the year that the Royals are going to definitely make the playoffs. And once you get in, it's like, they're able to they're possibly win one game, you're in, and then it's a new season, right? One and done. So
true.
If you're a betting man or woman, go with me.
All right, we're trusting you. I'll trust you. I'll give you good luck. I'm not the betting person, but I'll wish you luck on it.
All right, coming up, we're going to have some fans, some KU fans that are in the store. We're going to grab some people off the street as well. Going to come in and talk to us just about their thoughts of KU winning the national championship. We'll be right back. This is a W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at KCWeSpin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Don't be depressed, frustrated, or stressed because of the loss of a loved one. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services is here to assist you with a smooth, stress-free transition. It doesn't matter how your loved one transitioned, we will offer you a memorable celebration to your liking. We are a family-friendly, full-service funeral home right here in the heart of the city, offering affordable cremations and package pricing and quality service. Call us when you need us. 816-231-GATE. That's 816-231-4283. There's only one Golden Gate, located at 2800 East 18th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Back here on the W Show, 100.1 FM. We're here live in Lawrence. We have a couple of guests that's joining us on the show. We have Nicole and Sophie. How are you ladies doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. KU students, right?
Yes, senior year.
Senior year. Okay. So you guys have been here, of course, all 4 years. Thoughts on this national championship? Did you guys see it at the beginning of the season? Was it like something that you guys were looking forward to, or you just didn't know?
Well, I was just looking forward to basketball being back in general, since we had the COVID year last year. It was kind of weird, not really the same Allen Fieldhouse that it always is. So I can't say I saw the national championship coming, but it was still fun.
Yeah. For me, I've lived in Lawrence since I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
So it's really cool to see something like this again because I mean we won in 2008, but I didn't live here back then, so I wasn't able to see it. So it's so cool to be here like in person and see it all happening.
And in person, what were you guys doing during the game? Did you go out to the bars? Where were you at during the games this week and leading up?
We went to Logie's for every game.
Nicole is very superstitious.
Yes, I did go get in line at Logie's at 9 a.m. on Monday.
Okay.
So I was there for like 15 hours, but that's fine.
Wow.
It was worth it in the end.
It was worth it.
15 hours, Jesus. I mean, I guess you're at Logie's. You can pregame a little bit as you're there. So, talk about this week, Mass Street, when you guys are storming Mass. Did you guys storm Mass? Were you a part of it? What was it like?
Of course we did.
Yeah, of course we stormed Mass. It was really fun, and just seeing all the people, and like hours later, there were still people walking. Like, where are you guys coming from? Like, how is everyone not here yet? I don't get it, but it was really awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. There were like so many people. I think somebody said there was like 70,000 people there, and I was not expecting that. So that was really cool to see.
Wow.
I think we found ourselves on her shirt on her Mass Street mayhem. We're
Really?
like, oh, there's Jefferson's. We're like right there. Yeah.
So how did you guys choose KU? Let me ask that. Was it many choices that you had, or was it just something like, hey, I know I'm going to KU and this is what I'm gonna do?
Well, I was actually deciding. My mom went to KU.
Okay.
And I was actually deciding between here and OU, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I actually made like a pros and cons, but I love basketball and like, they're fine at basketball, but I was like, but KU, like, we're just always
Undefeated.
so good. Like,
Right.
and I'm really happy that I chose KU. Like, I had to be here for this.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've lived in Lawrence since I was like 10. So I always knew that I was going to go to KU. My mom also went to KU and like a ton of people in my family. So it's just been like a tradition. So I love it. I'm so glad. I didn't apply anywhere else. I was like, I know I'm going to KU.
This is the only place I ended up applying to.
Yeah.
What are you guys studying?
Biology.
Okay.
Elementary education.
Okay, cool. Teacher and a scientist. Cool. Heck yeah.
We talked a little bit earlier about like it running in the family and like your mom going there. So what was it like growing up in your household? Like, were you guys always watching KU games? How was it?
Yeah, always. My brother went to KU too, so that was like another thing. I remember watching like the 2008 championship and like just a bunch of games with my family. Yeah,
definitely. And the Tehan family. So we saw yesterday that he was in a football game and he's doing stuff. So that's just crazy. Talk a little bit about that if you know much.
About Chris Tehan?
Yeah, and what's it like watching their family and then him coming out on the court, and it's always a whole scene when he comes out on the court.
I love him. He is great. When everybody chants Tehan, 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 that's like the best. When we're like so up there, like winning by so much, and they like just put him out on the court. I love it.
He's always good for a 3 when he comes in.
Yeah.
It's like almost guaranteed that he's going to get that.
Right.
A lot of times we talked about it a little bit earlier, but the camping out experience. Have you guys experienced that? How many games have you gone to in your 4 years been here? Do you have a count?
I gone to like all of them. I think that I missed a couple freshman year when I lived in the dorms and I
Okay.
couldn't like be here. I couldn't stay here.
Yeah.
But I go to all of them, and I've actually been like the camping group leader for the past 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. So I have to make the sign up and yell at people when they don't come to lottery in the morning. And yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
that
great
was an
time.
experience. We would all have to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning and
Yeah.
show up at Allen Fieldhouse by like 6 a.m.
For a what time was it? A noon game? Or-
No.
It would be like we would do like lottery, so you'd pull a number, and whoever gets like the first number would be like the first row in the student section. So you'd have to get there like super early so that you could get a good pick in the numbers.
So y'all won in first row. It was first row and nothing, huh?
Yeah.
But you like take turns, so it's not
Okay.
so bad. You don't sit there all day. And at least they let us inside, so it's really not that bad. And
Yeah.
it makes you get your homework done because you have nothing else to do.
Oh,
So
yeah. You're just sitting there.
I
doing
wonder how that went, because all we see on TV is like people out there with tents and sleeping bags and chairs, and so it's good to know that you're able to just hang out. And is how many people or students would you say is in line like at any given time?
God.
like hundreds, because you can have like a max of 30 people in your group, and usually most groups have like at least 20 people, and then there's usually like at least 30 groups, like or more.
Wow.
So hundreds of people, because then that's just the camping. Like there's still like the regular student line where you have to go line up, and if you don't camp, then you have to go get in line like super early, or you're not gonna get a good seat, and if it's a big game, you might not even get in.
Yeah. It's pretty competitive. It
Yeah.
gets a little crazy.
Wow. Did you ladies know anyone that went to New Orleans for the Final Four?
One of our best friends did, actually.
Really?
So, yeah.
What was that?
Jealous.
What she say that experience was like?
She said that she hated seeing all the Duke fans, and they were so she just kept yelling at them all the time.
Yeah.
But it was really fun, and KU was like the only school that had like bars, like not like watch parties, but like kind of
Designated
like a
bars,
pregame, like like what's that called when beforehand? Like a pep rally. Like we were like the only school that had like the pep rallies, which I used to travel when I was younger, and we would go to like we went to the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City, and then we would go around like in the Sweet 16 round and everything. And KU, the alumni is just like so big that they do always have the pep rallies and things like that. So
that's dope. That's dope. So if someone's coming in, they're like, all right, we're KU fans, we're driving in Lawrence. Of course, they know Mass. But where would like you say that the hot spot is to watch the parade from?
Well, we are on the corner of 10th Street, and I think that is a great spot because most people are like down further, closer to the beginning of the parade.
Okay.
Right now, anyway. So, yeah, I think anywhere on Mass, I think it'll be. Yeah.
What's the hot party spot for all the students? The hottest one.
Logie's 100%.
Well, I love Logie's, but
the Hawk is always a good one.
Oh, the Hawk.
The Bull. It's all classic.
Fine.
All right, we appreciate you ladies joining us on the show. This is a W Show. We're live here from Rally House. We'll be right back.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Come spin with us, Kansas City. KC We Spin 360 is the coolest 360 video spinner experience for events. KC We Spin 360 is taking it to the next level. The 360 video spinner platform rental will be the life of the party. Everyone will be talking about their 360 video experience while bragging about it on their social media pages. The captivating slow motion and reverse effects will have your guests feeling like celebrities. The KC We Spin 360 video spinner can capture slow-mo videos, GIFs, and boomerangs from every angle. Specializing in corporate events, weddings, social gatherings, bar bat mitzvahs, school events, and fundraisers, KC We Spin 360 can be found online at KCWeSpin360.com. Come spin with us, Kansas City.
Don't be depressed, frustrated, or stressed because of the loss of a loved one. Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services is here to assist you with a smooth, stress-free transition. It doesn't matter how your loved one transitioned, we will offer you a memorable celebration to your liking. We are a family-friendly, full-service funeral home right here in the heart of the city, offering affordable cremations and package pricing and quality service. Call us when you need us. 816-231-GATE. That's 816-231-4283. There's only one Golden Gate, located at 2800 East 18th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. Exchanging your grief for a golden experience.
Into the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Back in on the W Show, we are live from Rally House in Lawrence on Mass Street for the Champions Parade. Steve, how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
We're getting close. We got what? 15. We got an hour and 15.
The countdown. You got your clock going?
Yep. Are you at least starting to get more excited? I'm over here ecstatic. I need you to match my hype, even though you aren't a fan.
I'm excited for KU fans. Like this is the hype right here. This is like, they won the championship. Now we're here for the parade. I'm excited for you guys. Like,
Thank you.
At least I'm here.
Thank
I'm
you.
here.
Thank you. At least you can appreciate winning because you haven't got to appreciate that much, with your team.
A little bit.
So, but yeah, we had some other news this week. Of course, we tapped into DK Metcalf's diet. It's been reported that he eats about one meal a day, a coffee, and a couple bags of candy. So quite the diet for somebody that is such a freakish athlete like that. He talked about his go-to candies being gummies. Steve, what do you think?
It's interesting to see an athlete like DK Metcalf and him to say, I eat 1 meal a day, drink 1 coffee, and eat like 3-4 bags of candy. But the thing is, he still has his metabolism is probably out of this world.
True.
So the 1 meal a day is unhealthy, first of all. But it depends on what that 1 meal is, because if you're only eating 1 meal and you're burning so many calories, and he said he works out twice. I'm not a coffee drinker. Like, does coffee it fill you up? Like, does coffee give you what you need?
It is more of an appetite suppressant, I think, because it has so much caffeine in it.
Okay.
I know for me, I am a big coffee drinker, so usually I'll start my morning off and I'm good. I might have a little snack or whatever for breakfast, but probably about the same. He's probably about on track for that. I don't know if that'd be my go-to drink after a workout, but whatever he's into.
So he appearing on the NBA Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett's KG Certified podcast. Metcalf absolutely shocked Garnett when he talked about his nutrition and what he ate, and he said after his morning workout routine, he gets a coffee that holds him to like 4 or 5 p.m. He then orders water and candy, gummies, Lifesavers, and Skittles, for example, around 4:30 p.m. before eating dinner at 8 or 9 in the evening, and then sleeping.
Man.
But I want to know. I want him to elaborate. Like, what are those meals? Because if he's not getting McDonald's,
right?
He's not getting like he's going to go to Burger King. He's not stopping at Quick Trip for a griller,
right?
You know,
I'm sure he's getting the full course. You know, he's got the protein, the grain, all of it that he needs. But still, I'm like, I don't know if I can function off all that candy and the sugar. The stomach has got to be churning with that much sugar between coffee and 4 bags of candy.
I tried drinking coffee one time. It didn't work out good for me.
Hey, you got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. I mean, I guess it's a process maybe, but I'm definitely a coffee fan.
Not at all. Not at all. So I want to talk about Tiger Woods for a minute. Tiger, of course, is he's struggling in his worst Masters round ever. Tiger right now, I looked earlier. He was 78 on a day yesterday. His worst performance ever at the Masters. Interesting, because I think for a lot of like Tiger Woods and golf fans, to be frank, it was more of just good to see Tiger back.
True. And he hasn't played in so long. And I know we talked a little bit about the different shoes that he has because of his injuries.
Uh-huh.
And so I think that definitely has to play a role in it. I know he's definitely done well considering those things, but I think that's could be holding him back in a sense.
And we mentioned yesterday, we talked about the fact that, I mean, you had the number 1 player in the world that was 8 under. And the broadcast still showed Tiger Woods.
Right.
Like, I watched the Masters broadcast. They had it on. I'm sure today it's on CBS, but they had the groupings, different groupings. So they'll take the 3 guys that are in one group, and they'll show them, and they'll showcase the secondary group. Mm-hmm. And so the main group was, of course, Tiger Woods' group.
Right.
And Tiger is nowhere near the number 1 player in the world, and he had nowhere near an 8 under. So it was kind of cool to see the fact of the star power that Tiger Woods still has.
It's definitely still Tiger's world for sure. Especially in the golf world. I'm not a big golf fan, but the first person you think of is Tiger Woods, the GOAT. So I think it'll kind of always be that way. But I know we talked about it yesterday. Do you think it's because he's not supporting checks do you think it's because he doesn't have Nikes on?
No. Maybe. I mean, we talked to the young lady right here was just talking about superstitions. Yeah, we see Tiger all the time talk about or wear the red shirt on something on victory. The victory red is what they call it. It's become a color.
Definitely.
For Nike. Like the red polo is victory red.
Right.
Because Tiger, of course, won the Masters in the signature red Nike polo. So it could be like, hey, if I'm Tiger, I'm wearing the same shoes, the same outfit I've worn for every Masters.
Right. It like we talked about yesterday, it almost doesn't seem right, or like Nike missed the boat. So it meant now at this point, it's like you're looking down at every detail of where is he going wrong, because the man's a legend. He's a GOAT. So
exactly,
there's got to be something.
Exactly. One more topic I want to dive into is Russell Westbrook. After being told any Laker can bring the ball up, he says, I'm the point guard. Give me that blank.
Hey, we talked about it yesterday too. Confidence is key. He basically is saying again, I'm a walking bucket, like boy yesterday. So I mean, I don't know if he's right, but I love the attitude that he came with it.
So you got to respect your coach. Frank Vogel, of course, the Lakers head coach. And one staff member overheard the situation, and it said the moment that Frank Vogel said anybody who gets the rebound can bring it up the court, which is just how the NBA is played these days, Russ was like, nah, I'm the point guard. Give the ball to me. Everybody run.
Yeah. It is disrespectful. I mean, like I said, I think the confidence and it's the confidence is one thing, but it's also a sense of respect for your teammates and the people around you too. Because at that point, I'm not going to want to pass you the rock if I'm the point guard, if you're going to have that attitude or that, if you're going to talk that way. So I think at some point you got to draw the line. Like, I know you might have that confidence. Confidence is key, but people are in certain roles for certain reasons, and you got to respect that.
And it gets a little deeper. So Frank Vogel, head coach, was like, no, we have Taylon, which is Horton Tucker, another point guard. We have Austin. We have Malik. We have LeBron. We have AD. They can all bring the ball up the court. Russ was like, nah, I'm the point guard. Give me that.
But that's quite the list. That's quite the list to argue it.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially when you've got that many ball handles on the court, it's one thing if y'all can't get it across half court and you're like, man, come on, pass me the rock.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's got to do it. But he just said that they have plenty of people that can do that job. So man, you might have to pipe down.
Yeah, he's not going to be there next year. I don't see it. I don't see them bringing Russ back. Of course, I give if you could give LeBron a grade as far as like bringing in, recruiting teammates, bringing in this roster, what grade would you give LeBron for this past season?
I'd probably give him B+.
No.
B, maybe.
I'm giving him an F for failure.
Failure?
Yes, they didn't even make the playoffs.
Okay, but he's still bringing in the right people. It's not that I think like we talked about yesterday, he has a year left. So I think he was trying to bring in the power that he could. Of course, everybody knows that you're taking a backseat role when you come in to play with LeBron.
Right.
So I think that when it came down to the players and the people that he brought in, they did understand their role in a way, and they embraced that. Obviously, it wasn't successful, but I can't knock the people that he brought in. I don't think it was necessarily his recruitment that was bad. I think it was pulling that together that was what failed.
So if you had to, if you were a betting woman, would you say what % chance does Russ have for being back in LA next season?
10% chance.
10%.
And I was going to ask you too, do you think that he's screaming to get out? We've seen where people are talking crazy, they're acting outlandish behavior to try to get out of there. You think he's just talking crazy because he wants to be out anyways?
Could be.
He's there?
Could be. I mean, once you've and we talk about it all the time, the fact that when you're a professional, you come into the whatever sport that you're playing, MLB, NBA, and NFL, you want to accomplish a couple of things. One is to be healthy. One is to get paid, and one is to win a championship. Russ has done 2 of those 3. So when you check off a couple of those boxes, the only thing next that you need to do is win not a national, but to win an NBA title.
Right.
So will he be able to do it? We'll see. Time will tell. And time will tell if he's gonna be there next year. Speaking of time, it's almost time for the parade. Are you how excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like an 8 right now. I'm pretty excited. It's just different. Like, of course, with the other championships, I was young, but I got to see it, and it was still fun in my household. I know we had a party, but actually being out here in Lawrence and being in the mix of it, and really getting to talk to like the people that we just interviewed that have grown up in households where their parents went there. They always knew that they were going to go there. It's really pretty cool to see and experience it firsthand.
So I have one question for you before we get off here. LFK, right? Who came up with that? Like that, it's really a thing. LFK, people put it on their Instagram bios. Like they have LFK with the sunflower.
Right, stickers everywhere.
See the sticker back there?
It's getting official.
Yeah, who came up with LFK?
It's got to be a student, of course, when you come to something like that. But the fact that it blew up like that, whoever it is needs some credit for sure. They need an NIL deal or whatever they could do for that.
And if you guys don't know what LFK means, just go Google it.
Or you use your connect the dots. I bet you could connect the dots.
Yeah. But Jazz, it's been fun. It's been fun. The line outside of Rally House right now is down the block. They're selling out of all of their apparel. Remember, you can come down here. They're going to be open for a majority of the remainder of the day. We're going to be out strolling up Mass, getting some more content for the W show. But it's been fun. We appreciate Rally House for allowing us to come and do our show here. Come and hang out with us. You still have about a little over an hour to come down and enjoy the parade, enjoy some of the sunshine, 70-degree weather.
Heck yeah.
Until next week, we are out of here.
Rock chalk.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live. The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team